What is up, everybody? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel, however that might work out for you. But it's been a second since I've done a video, and I figured I'd jump in here because this guy came today. This is a Ulanzi MT-54. This is considered to be a stand for a light, but we're going to use it as a selfie stick. Now, you can use it for a couple of different things. I have a selfie stick that I used, and it's wonky, and I needed something different. So we're going to try this guy out. So shout out to Wes Sims, who actually sent this to me, and let's get into it. Like many of you guys out there, I have a lot of tripods. I have big tripods, expensive tripods with fluid heads, like the one that this Sony a6500 is sitting on. I have inexpensive tripods, like these little guys right here. These are Ulanzi MT-16s, and I absolutely love these. They serve a purpose. They hold these newer LED lights on them, and you can put a phone on it or whatever. It's just very convenient to have super lightweight, small tripods. My selfie tripod, or I should call it my live streaming tripod, is basically this guy here, and I've done a video about this whole rig setup, and I've done some upgrades since then, like this newer cage right here for my iPhone 15 Pro. I was actually using this Ulanzi tripod phone adapter here. And I like this guy because basically you can go vertical without having to use a ball head and pretty much stay in line with the tripod. However, I have taken this guy off, set it off over here to the side until I figure out another use, because I'm definitely going to use it probably with this MT-54. And if you want to see a breakdown of this guy, I already have that video on the channel, but you can see that I have a phone holder up here. It's got a USB-C hub. It's got a wireless go-to receiver that I keep up there. And I've got a bicycle holder for a phone because, well, why not? And if you go live on Twitch, which recently Twitch actually upgraded their app, and you can go live directly in the app. Hey, Kick, can't go live from the app. Let's go, bro. But if you go live on Kick, which I definitely like their platform, you can catch me live there all the time. But I like the fact that you could have a phone here and you can read the chats while you're live out of your primary phone, right? So it's quite the contraption. Hopefully one day we're going to like eliminate this need and kind of, get back to the basics, like going live out of the app. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's get into this guy right here. So this, again, is the Ulanzi MT-54, and it's basically just a big old billy club. This thing is meaty. It's like, oh, never mind. So this, like I said, they sell it for LED panels. It's like as a light stand. This guy's made of all aluminum, so it's not going to be the lightest out there, and that's okay. This, compared to this, no word of a lie, are roughly the exact same weight. Now, I get that you don't want to walk around with something heavy in your hand all day. I totally understand that, but I chose this for a couple of reasons, and I'll get into that. But it comes with a phone mount as well, which to me is trash. I'll be honest. This is trash. Ulanzi, you guys know how much we need cold shoe mounts, and you guys skipped it on this one, so that's garbage. We're not going to use that. That's where I'm going to go to this guy right here that I already had, which is another Ulanzi product. I love Ulanzi, but this, if you don't need a light or a wireless receiver to send in external audio into your device, this is fine. If you're just going live strictly from your phone and you're using your phone audio, you don't need anything else like that a cold shoe could provide, this will work for you. I just want to make sure we're clear on that. However, I'm extra.com. So me personally, I'm going to go with this guy on this device, which for the record has two cold shoes, right? One on the top here, one on the bottom. And if you were recording vertical, you have both of those available. However, if you're like me and you're extra, you can take a threaded adapter here and go into one of the female drilled out holes and add another phone mount and add whatever you want. Another cold shoe. We'll get into all that. Let's get back into this guy here. I swear to God, if somebody popped you in the head with this, it's a wrap for you. It's not light, but it's not heavy either, right? Like they're roughly the same weight. However, this is much more beefy. It feels good in the hands. You can put 2 hands on it. You can put stuff. All right, so then basically up top here, you can unlock it because like it just comes out like this. And then you twist it again and you've locked, right? So go to the left and then you can unlock everything, put it back down. Now that we've got that done, you might not be able to see that on the camera here. There's a button at the base right there in the center. There is this button where you can basically press this, hold this part right here, and it's like, it just opens right up, right? This thing, if I remember correctly, don't quote me on this, I want to say it's 54 inches when extended, which is plenty. I've seen some people complain on Amazon. They're like, oh, it's not exactly that, it's this. And it's like, look, let me just show you. And this might not be the best setting, right? But here's the top of this thing. By the time you put the phone on it, it's looking down on me, right? So there's that. However, I won't use it to that way. I'm not going to use it that way. I'm just going to basically create a selfie stick out of it. Now, when this base, right, like when this is fully down, I believe this is 19 inches, which is good. But that, if you're like me and you forward think and you're like, well, man, that's going to take up so much room in here. Anywhere I put it, if I put it on the desk, that's a whole lot of space that needs to be accounted for this to sit on. What I would basically do is what I do in my MT-16s, right? Like I don't have those fully extended. I've got them where they're fairly tight, right? And I can put them up on top of a speaker over here if I need to, or something to that effect. Like I don't have to have the whole thing extended like this. So what I would do is same thing, you know, like even if you're like in say a cafe or you're live streaming or you're pre-recording or whatever you're doing, you can literally just and you're done, right? Like it's not gonna fall over unless you smack it over. And if you need a little more, but however, now we're talking maybe 6 inches, 5 to 6 inches, maybe even 4.5, to be honest. I don't know. I don't know if I want to go with this or if I just want to apply the cage directly to it. I don't want to do that because basically in a nutshell, it's all about quick releases, you know, and I don't have a way to quick release. I guarantee you this piece right here, this singular piece right there at the very top, this piece, see that? I guarantee you I can find just this piece online. And then I can put that piece on top of here. Or I could put a ball head on here. This is also a Ulanzi ball head. Seems like everything I own is Ulanzi, right? That's actually not terrible because I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's actually another cold shoe. Listen, I'm all about cold shoes. As you can see, I have tons of things that I can put on cold shoes. So that's actually not a terrible idea. That even looks pretty slick to have the ball head on there. So maybe we'll keep it because let me just take this ball head back off. The attachment that comes on here also, just keep in mind, because it's really built for just putting a light on, they're not giving too much thought detail into this guy here. Now, this isn't a real gimbal or a ball head. This is literally just, it turns over to a 90-degree angle, right? So you can go live vertical from this phone mount that they give you, or you can just go So that's it. You get like literally 180 degrees, but 90 to the left, 90 to the right. But if you put a ball head on here, like this Ulanzi ball head, then because Ulanzi's thoughtful in this type of product, you get another cold shoe here. And now I can literally just put the piece here and here. All right, give me 1 second. All right, let me just get this back out of the shot right quick. All right. So I basically went ahead and put the ball head on there. And now I have my newer cage for my iPhone 15 on there, which, like I said, it's got the USB-C hub. It's got the receiver. And for me, I feel like this is probably going to be like one of the ultimate IRL setups for multiple reasons. One, it's kind of lightweight, right? It's not, you're not going to get weightless, but literally this is actually lighter than this. So you have the means to basically set it up. And let's say you're needing to do IRL where you can just set the phone down on top of, say, a table or desk or anything that you can think of, right? So you can set it there. Not to mention that if you were out and about, like, you know, in a street kind of setting, you could literally lock it all in place like that. And this is what I was saying. This thing is literally aiming down on me right now. So you could run and gun, quick set it down, and you're IRL talking to people, maybe looking at the phone, reading chats, or however you do it. But these are the options. Now, not to mention, another option that I think is really important is that a lot of times when you're in IRL, you're outside, right? So I basically went with this cage that you see on top of the phone here for that reason specifically, because now I can take something like this fan right here, which, you know, you can get on Amazon, but this is a phone cooling fan right here. You can literally put your phone into the cage. You pop this on, it's a MagSafe. It'll just click right to the phone and won't fall off. And you can run power to the fan and cool your phone while you're live. So if you're like me and you're doing IRL and you're fishing, or you're like my buddy Beards, that's doing IRL fishing, then basically you can just jump this from place to place if you're using a quick connect and cool your phone at the same time, which will eliminate your overheat issues for the phone. And trust me, if you IRL outside in the summertime, you already know that phone temperatures can get real crucial. All right, last thing, we're going to take off the phone holder, bicycle phone holder that I kind of rigged up with some weather stripping for like vehicles to kind of, it comes with like rubber pieces in case, you know, it doesn't fit your bicycle handlebar, whatever. It comes with these rubber pieces here, and that just wasn't enough for me. So I had this weather stripping that you can get at Lowe's or whatever. Won't be needing that now. So now my Sear UI is back to being clean and clear, and I can use that for other stuff. Let's just see how many of these rubber strips we may need. And this will actually be so much of a cleaner setup than what I had prior. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's just going to need the one, not even, but I'll leave it on there because I don't want the aluminum to get scratched up. So just as like a shock surface here. Whoa, dude. Okay. Get this back on. That out of the way there. This is going to be a much, much cleaner setup than what I had. So shout out to you, Mr. Sims. You're my boy, Blue. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody. This ever contributed, sent stuff over. I love tech. I love gear. So you already know me. Love you long time. Without a doubt, Captain. So there we go. Yeah, that's pretty clean. Now, hopefully, like I said, at some point, Kick will have it where you can just go live right out of the app like everybody else. I know they're in beta. I know they've been making a lot of changes. They've been doing a lot of updates and changing up code, and they're getting it together. They're going to eventually have it set up. But this, I think, is a much, much, much cleaner selfie stick, live stream stick, whatever you want to call it, right? Like, I think that is much, much, much cleaner than what I had with this. It's night and day. It looks better. It looks meatier. It looks like manly or whatever. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't, whatever. Who cares? So, like I said, just make sure you're unlocked. Then you hold that, push that button. And now, so like when I'm talking to you guys out over by the boat, I can just set it down real quick on the boat and blah, 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 blah. And then if I'm working on the boat, get back to working on the boat. And then I have the option to pretty much fully extend it and set it down on the sidewalk. There's way more options, and it looks so much cleaner. It looks way more professional, maybe. I don't even know. That's stupid. But yeah, like I said, if you guys are interested in any of the stuff that you see in this video, be sure to check the links below. I won't be able to purchase a Corvette, but I do get a little something from it. And there it is. That looks pretty wild. And then eventually, hopefully, we can get rid of this because I won't have to have a secondary phone to read chats. Even though if you're fishing or you're out in the world, it's not a bad idea to have a second phone so you can tap in, and like read the chats, especially like on the boat. I have a YOLO tech stick that I put on the front of the boat, and it holds a phone where I read the chats. And then the other primary camera, phone, whatever, is sitting back towards the back of the boat, filming up or whatever. All right, then. That was fun. I'll see you guys next time. Oh, by the way, if you want to hang out on live streams, it's kick.com/Outlaw Morgan. Okay? I'll even have that in the link below if you ever want to come hang out on live stream. YouTube's gotten kind of weird, very gulaggy over here. And sometimes these live streams that I have can tend to get wild. A little. Anyways, see you next time. Take care.